Okay, so this actually really, really funny. This comes from a book by a guy named Richard Carlson, and amazing book. It's called Don't Sweat the Small Stuff, and it's all small stuff. And it was actually a quote from Wayne Dyer to Richard Carlson in the book. And I'm not going to tell you the entire story. You can read it. It's in the first chapter of the book. It's an amazing book. But I was giving a talk in Costa Rica to a group of leaders, and I used this quote, and I said it was a Richard Carlson quote. And this person's hand shot up. Like, we're nowhere near question and answer. They just decided to interrupt everybody. And I said, yeah, is everything okay? And he goes, that's not a Richard Carlson quote. That's a Wayne Dyer quote. And I said, oh, yeah, it's in Richard Carlson's book, but it's a Wayne Dyer quote. No, I knew Richard, and that's a Richard Carlson quote. And then it occurred to me, he's arguing with me about the quote, don't sweat the small stuff, and it's all small stuff. So I let him have his win and realize he has to go home to his wife. I don't have to go home to him, so that's perfect. We have been sold this lie our entire lives, or at least I have, and you can tell me if this has been the same for you. That in order to be successful, you have to be serious. You better get serious about your health. If you're ever going to be in a serious relationship, you better do this. If you were a serious entrepreneur, you would have done this already. Now listen, language is very important to me. Hafiz says, the words you use become the house you live in. So language is extremely important. And when I heard the word serious, I don't feel expansive or creative. I feel like contracting. My butthole like puckers. Like it's like really, really hardcore. So that if you're not supposed to be serious to be successful, what should you be? Should you be flippant? Should you have no plan? Should you just be like total flow all the time and not have any kind of guiding principles or anything in what you do? No, I am a hardcore planner. I love to plan, I love to research, I love to map stuff out. The opposite of serious is actually a beautiful distinction from Alan Watts. He says the opposite of serious is sincere. I want to be sincere and devoted and put all of my love and attention into the work that I'm doing, but I don't want to make it serious. I don't want to make it overly significant. When we think about making big decisions, or we think about things that are a potential crisis, let me ask all of you. So let's say two different situations. Number one, you run out of milk in the refrigerator, or I know we're in California, whatever variety, oat, coconut, shark, whatever. Can you milk a shark? I don't know. You run out of milk in the fridge, or you run out of money. If you think running out of milk is a bigger decision, raise your hand. You love cereal. I love you for that. If you think running out of money is a bigger deal, raise your hand. Yeah, and that's what everybody would say. Why? So a lot of people would say it's because the stakes are higher, right? If I run out of milk, what's the big deal? And except for you. Those kids are going to tear you apart. Where's my milk? Where did you get a man's voice? You're 3. Running out of money, it's higher stakes. I get that. I get that it feels that way. Believe me, I've been there so many times, I can't even tell you. Like, money scarcity was literally like the on the shield of my family's name. It was like the crest of our family name, Goldberg, scared of money. Money always leaves. Here's the real challenge of why we think running out of money is a bigger deal than running out of milk. It's because we trust our resourcefulness if we run out of milk. We don't trust our resourcefulness if we're running out of money. Self-trust in your resources and resourcefulness will always be greater than any circumstance you face. One of my mantras that I say all the time is creativity is greater than circumstance. There is no circumstance you could face in the world that when overloaded with creativity would not be solved like this. This is what I mean by don't sweat the small stuff and it's all small stuff. Creativity is greater than circumstance. In the grand scheme of things, you're always taken care of. Look at you. You have clothes on. You have clothes underneath your clothes. You literally have clothes on underneath your clothes, but I'm not provided for. You're sitting in a chair that's holding your body up inside of a building that's all held up around you on side of cement that you did not do to deserve, and yet it's there. You're always provided for. But when we lose track of the fact that we are infinitely resourceful individuals, we think running out of money is a bigger deal. Now, I'm not going to say not having money is not stressful. When people are like, not able to pay their rent or put food on the table, I never want to say it's your mindset. We got to get you to a place where you at least have your basic human needs being met. But when you're trying to grow or scale something, this is when it's all about resourcefulness, and that can only happen in my mind when we're at a high level of consciousness, when we're not sweating the small stuff, and when we're open and willing to be creative.